Welcome to the Sound of Movement podcast. Today we're kicking off a week of talking about training with bodyweight exercises, calisthenics, basically anything that doesn't involve gym equipment. A lot of people really don't know how to train without equipment, and it's something that we have become experts in. And today we're going to share some of our tips. What's up, everyone? In case we haven't met, my name is Rad Burmeister. I'm joined by Rich. He's behind the mixing equipment, and we are Unity Gym experts at turning driven people into athletes. This episode is brought to you by the Unify Movement System, the only online program effectively balancing strength, flexibility, and fitness so you can unleash your inner athlete. You can get daily coaching by us, plus our Epic Foundations Prep program and revolutionary structural balance blueprint to create your ideal program and optimize your performance. As a valued listener, use the link in the description to get your first month free. Also, I'm excited to announce that this Wednesday we have an epic flash sale for 72 hours. You're going to be able to get our at-home workouts programs. They are the amazing programs that got tens of thousands of people around the world through the COVID lockdown in 2020, and they're still helping people who can't get to the gym or who want to train from home. Now, before we get started, warm welcome if you're on the live stream in the UMS Movement Mastermind Facebook group. Leave a comment and we'll send you some love. Remember that anyone can join and interact. And lastly, a shout out to our YouTube athletes catching the replay. Hit the like button to support the channel and subscribe if you like what you see. So, as I said before, today I'm joined by Richard. How are you today, bro?
Good, mate. Good, mate. Thank you. Sorry, just to quickly turn my mic up.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Had a great weekend. It's getting a bit cold here in Sydney, though.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
it?
We're dying down here. I think it's like 10 degrees Celsius or something, which probably make a lot of you laugh if you're from cold places in the world. Yeah, it's 17 degrees Celsius here. Oh, it's freezing. No, that's actually, it's not that cold. But for us Sydney-siders who enjoy 30 to 35 degrees Celsius summers, it feels bloody cold. And it was definitely the cold change over the weekend, hey, wasn't it? I had to get my winter doona out on the weekend, Richard.
It makes it so much harder to wake up in the morning when it's like really frosty.
It does, man. I have to come up that road up from McMahon's Point when it's still dark on my scooter, and today I was like, brrr. Anyway. Yeah, I had a great weekend too. Good time with my family. My mum was here. We went and celebrated my birthday, even though it's not my birthday. For 12 days, we went to the revolving restaurant at Sydney Tower. How good is that? I haven't been there for ages. It's an amazing view up there, huh?
Yeah, I haven't been there in a few years. It's a good feed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's a good meal.
Smorgasbord, all you can eat seafood and good meats and stuff and yummy veggies and salad. Beautiful. But yeah, if you didn't know, we're celebrating my birthday this month with by doing these flash sales this week. We're putting on some good some of our good programs at a discounted rate for you guys. So yeah, jump on, grab them, celebrate with me. Anyway, look, today's topic, bodyweight training, what to do when you can't get to the gym. We really wanted to talk about what do you do if you're a gym goer and you go away for 2 weeks and you can't get to the gym. We get those questions asked of us all the time by our gym members, and people ask us online as well. What do I do when I can't get to the gym? Well, there's a lot of things you can do, and if you understand how to train without equipment, it really doesn't need to interrupt your training. Hey, Craig, how are you, brother? Thanks for tuning in and sending me some love. Yeah, it doesn't need to interrupt your training as much as people would think it does. So the first thing that I would say is you want to, if you're still going to do resistance training, which hopefully you are going to, then you can't throw rhyme and reason out the window, and you've still got to follow basic programming principles by balancing pushing and pulling movements. This is one of the first mistakes that I see. You see it all the time with quite fit, buff-looking dudes, hey, Richie, when you see them doing these workouts on the beach, or, when we were up in the army, when we did these workouts outside of the gym, they just do so many pushing movements because you don't have anything to pull off. So people just, they just think, I'm just going to do heaps of different push-ups and, pike push-ups and I'll, whatever it is. It's all just push, push, push. And that really unbalances your body. It's not a good thing to do. So there's ways that you can do it. Probably the go-to and the easiest way, if you're willing to invest $40 or so, is to get a set of gymnastics rings. You can fit gymnastics rings in carry-on luggage, and it probably only adds maybe a kilo to your weight. Fit buff-looking dudes like you, hey Craig. That's what I was thinking of when I said that comment. If you get yourself some gymnastics rings, then you can do straight up. You can do pull-ups and you can do horizontal pull as well. So ring rows, and you're completely covered there. If you do that, do as many push-ups as you want. Just balance set for set with pull-ups and horizontal ring rows. That'd be the first go-to. The second go-to is find somewhere where you can do some pull-ups. Find a tree, find a low-hanging branch to do, like just something that you can grab onto, put your body weight into and pull. That's going to be really, really beneficial, really useful for you. And something that is a lot of the time, doable. We even found a way in our at-home workouts program to do a pulling pattern by rigging up a towel hanging in a doorway, in a closed door, so that you can use the towel to pull. And that worked really well. I still got, pretty jacked from doing the 12 weeks of those at-home workouts like that. So that's the first thing to think of, is that you still want to balance your body. The second thing to think of is, in my opinion, think of things that you might not normally do as much of, that you have the opportunity to now do more of. Like, for example, when we did the at-home workouts, I used the opportunity when I wrote them, and because I was doing them myself, I thought, well, I'm just going to do a little bit more core training and a little bit more cardio training than what I normally do. And it's very easy to do cardio training without equipment. So it's a good opportunity to do that, to throw in a few stations. Like if you want to do a HIIT circuit, then you can do things like stepping and punching, or high knees running on the spot, or burpees, or squat jumps, or alternating lunges. Like there's a lot of things that you can do that you can literally do in like 4 square meters that will allow you to really get your heart rate up. And if you've got a bit more space than that, if you're outside, you can do things like hill sprints or shuttle runs or anything like that. Like there's so many different variations that you can do to add in cardio movement. And of course, for core training, there's just so many different core movements that you can do, and or they require a yoga mat or just a bit of ground, whatever it is you want to do. I think those were some really good things that I did with the at-home workouts that really helped. You look like you've got something you want to throw in there, Richie, into the mix.
I was going to say, and when it comes to the legs, like if you're really someone that lifts a lot of weight with your squats and your deadlifts, going to single leg alternatives that can be really good at making those leg exercises harder.
Yep.
So not just doing bodyweight squats, but doing like pistol squats and things like that.
Yeah, and split squats and lunges and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and then even like changing the range of motion, like what I did in the at-home workouts, with those 21s and the 1 1/4s, or the squat lunge, or the squat jump, or the plyometric lunges, and then supersetting into normal reps. That was murder for me. Like, I'm a pretty fit, strong person, and if you're doing multiple sets of them, to do more than about 12 or 15 squat jumps is almost impossible for me to do with good technique. Like they just cook you so bad, whereas I could easily do 50, 60, 70, who knows how many, just air squats, just going up and down. So there's different ways to play around with it that you can still see really good results with. And then of course the other big thing that probably a lot of people don't do is, if you're away from the gym, it's a good opportunity to do more flexibility training. You can, you all of a sudden, you don't need anything to do flexibility training. There are apparatuses that we use, maybe not apparatuses. There's ways that we use gym equipment that is great for loaded stretching, and we do a lot in our flexibility masterclasses, where we do in our online programming, where we do loaded stretching using weights. But you can do really good stretching routines, like our 18-minute mobility routine, our 18-minute stretching routine. You can do that stuff without anything. So that's a really, really good thing to do. So, just because you can't get to the gym doesn't mean that you can't do good workouts. It really doesn't. And if you want to see how we did it, how we did a full periodized program from Monday to Friday, doing kick-ass, ultra-efficient workouts that go for 1 hour, doing warm-ups, strength, flexibility, and fitness, then yeah, grab the at-home workouts that we're going to put on sale on Wednesday. It's good stuff.
If you find yourself in a situation where you are away from the gym for a couple of months for whatever reason, you're traveling or lockdowns in full force, then it might be a good time to just shift your short-term goals into something else, like Rab was saying, flexibility. Like rather than programming for maximal strength like you would at the gym, maybe plan for maximal range of motion in those leg exercises. So I know a lot of people out there really struggling with hamstring flexibility. Maybe rather than doing, something that's very challenging in weight, think about like full depth hamstring range of motion, like Romanian deadlifts with knees locked out, things like that. It's a very good change in stimulus than what most people are used to, and you can get a pretty good result from it.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. And the last thing that I was going to say, my last tip is, when you do go away from the gym, if you're planning on training for 2 weeks on a holiday or something like that, write down what you want to do. I think another thing that people really mess up when they train without equipment is that they say, I'm going to go for a workout, but they have no plan. And then when you get down and you do a little warm up and you're trying to think, okay, what am I going to do now? It's pretty hard because especially if you're in the middle of your workout when the blood to your brain isn't being prioritized, like the blood's all in your muscles and helping all of the systems that help you to exercise in that fight or flight mode rather than that help critical thinking. Whereas if you've written something down and you've got a plan and an idea, that really works for you because you can sit down when you're able to, prioritize critical thinking and think, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that. And then you just look at your program and go, all right, I'm going to do that, just like you would when you're normally at the gym. So yeah, hopefully we've helped you guys. Hopefully we've given you some ideas for what you can do when you can't get to the gym. And we're going to continue this topic tomorrow and Wednesday. So tune in and grab the at-home workouts on Wednesday for an awesome price. Everyone in the UMS online coaching group, please, online coaching program, please jump over to the group where I'm going to give you your specific coaching right now. Have a good day, everyone.
Health is about performance, not just body image.
You better be willing to accept what you're going to have to do to get there.
We'll start focusing on movement goals, strength goals, flexibility goals.
When you nail that skill, it's there forever.
The body image goal doesn't get you that
It's
far.
the consistency and frequency that's going to get you there. It's not the intensity.
There's no shortcuts to mastery and movement. Destination doesn't change overnight, but your direction will.
The gym is not the place to beat up the body that you hate. It's the place to build the body that you love.
We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.